Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 23rd. I'm glad you're here today. Our attendance question is focused on what is the best activity in gym, or if you're in athletics, what's your favorite sport? It just take a moment of reflection and think, what's the best activity in gym? Today's agenda is we've already gotten our attendance question out of the way. Then today in Texas history is right up next. Then we'll have our warm-up questions, and then our activity today, or your assignment, is matching battle strategies. So both our warm-up questions and our matching battle strategies activity are focused on how the North and the South, what tactics do they use? How do they strategize the war? How did the North win the Civil War? What were the strategies that the South tried during their attempt? Yeah. Our focus question is why did the Union want to blockade the South? And if we remember from a few weeks ago, blockade is one of our vocab words, and we'll be focusing on that today. Yeah. It's just nice to see from everyone. We're going to focus on the matching activity in the Civil War. Yeah. You can pause and read the slide, but I'm ready to move on. Today in Texas history is, I think this little known county was established in 1848. The legislature of Texas established the Gillespie County, and that's where Fredericksburg is, and Enchanted Rock, and LBJ State Park. So I know some people have driven up there, or they've just gone through it while they're driving or maybe going somewhere. But Fredericksburg, Enchanted Rock, and LBJ State Park is in Gillespie County, just north of Bear and Travis County. The first peoples of this county or this area were the Tonquah Native Americans, and then later the Comanches and the Kiowas migrated there later. When you think of the map of Texas, you think of the different settlements of Native Americans, and some Native Americans in Texas and just throughout the United States were, you're gonna kind of want to think that the Tonquah Indians were like the permanent settlers, um, and the Comanches and the Kiowas were kind of like nomads, or they were nomadic, so they moved and migrated throughout Texas and the United States. But moving on, later, when the Europeans arrived and colonized the area, I think Fredericksburg is a name of German heritage. And I know few weeks ago we covered the peoples of Texas, and we focused on the names and even just like the root words. So Fredericksburg comes from a German heritage. John O. Moosbach led a group of 120 Germans sponsored to Fredericksburg. So he was the guy that settled Fredericksburg. And then a year later, 150 settlers petitioned to establish a new county. So they wanted to establish a county for that city, and they kind of had a couple names for it. Um, Pyrenees and Germania, because they're Germans. But then the legislator was like, hey, I have a better name. So Captain Robert A. Gillespie, and he was a hero of the Mexican-American War. So he was a captain. And they wanted to name him after a veteran of a veteran of the Texas of Texas, yeah, of the Mexican-American War. And then it made Fredericksburg the county seat, like the star of the county of Gillespie. If you've ever visited Fredericksburg, It has like a lot of German heritage and a lot of shops. Um, there's like a road that goes through it, and they have a bunch of like different types of clothing shops, food shops, restaurants, a bunch of like little community based um, shopping, or yeah, just shops, I should say. And then right here is Enchanted Rock. So it's a mound. It's a rock formation that is right up here. So nice to visit it. If you visited these places, please reach out and let us know. I think it's pretty interesting to go up there and just drive through it. It kind of looks like the middle of nowhere sometimes, but it's very interesting. Our warm-up questions today are focused on the Anaconda Plan and the King Cotton strategy. But before we move on, just how does an anaconda behave? Like, if you think of it and you studied it in science or snakes or biology, how does an anaconda behave? Like, what does it do? Does it slither? Does it crawl? I mean, think about it. Even in like literature, is it sneaky or is it friendly? It's a yeah. And then what is king cotton? We have the emphasis on king, so it's like big and emphasis like royalty. And then cotton as a major agricultural plant in the South. And then why did the Union want to blockade the South? That is a major question, our focus question that we're going to be I'm talking about today throughout your matching activity. Why did the Union want to blockade the South? So if we want, do they want to blockade the South for see, they're wrapping around the South, the Anaconda Plan. They wanted to wrap around it to block off trade. King Cotton is for agriculture. They wanted to block trade and trading networks and just stop all their resources and like funding. Yeah, I'm going to move on for matching. There's two types of strategies: the South and the North. So you're going to be matching them. I highly recommend reading these, and then you can go back up and identify these. It's pretty simple. Same up here. Read the questions. Read the pictures, and then you're ready to go. If you have any questions, please let me and Mr. Ritchie know. But that's it. I hope everyone has a good day. See you guys tomorrow.